Hi, I'm Ashley Covington from handmodelusa.com, and I have been getting a lot of questions about a hand model schedule, so I thought I would talk to everybody today about that. So, a hand model schedule. We work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. No, I wish. We work whenever there are jobs. That's pretty much how the schedule works, and there is sometimes very little advance notice. Sometimes there's a lot of advance notice. Every job is sort of particular to that job. Just to give you a little bit of an example, I'm going to go through what I've just been sort of juggling this past week and a half. And I had to write it down so that I could actually remember it and tell it to you accurately. So, at 3:30 p.m. on May 29th, I got an availability check from my agent for June 4th, 5th, 6th, the 9th, and the 10th. I said I was available, and she said to keep those days on hold. So then at 3:42 p.m. on May 29th, same day, I get another email from her saying that it's just June 4th, 5th, and 6th, and it'll be 2 of those days, and am I available? And I say yes, and I'm told to keep those days on hold. So then, on June 2nd, now keep in mind I'm holding June 4th, 5th, and 6th, so it's now June 2nd. So at June 2nd at 6 p.m., I get an email saying the dates have changed to June 9th and 10th. See, there's no way I could do this without my notes. So the dates have now changed to June 9th and 10th. So I say that I'm available the 9th and the 10th, and I am released from the 4th, 5th, and 6th. So on June 3rd, the very next day, I get an email reconfirming my availability for the 9th and the 10th. Reconfirmed, yes, available. So then on June 4th at 11 a.m., I get an email that says they need my avail for the 5th and the 6th. That would be the very next day. It's June 4th. So they're now asking my availability for back to the original dates, the 5th and the 6th. And I say, yes, no problem. I can make it happen. So then at 3:30 p.m. on that same day, June 4th, I'm told to now hold June 6th, June 9th, and June 10th. No problem. So at 3:40, so 10 minutes later on June 4th, I get an email saying add the 5th back in. So now I'm holding the 5th, which is the next day, the 5th, the 6th, the 9th, and the 10th. No problem. So then at 5 p.m. on June 4th, same day, I get an email that says don't release any of those days, including the next day, but add July 7th to the 11th. And keep in mind, this is all for one job. This isn't, multiple jobs or anything like that. This is all one day and just scheduling for the one job. So then at 6:30 p.m. on June 4th, this is still me holding the next day. So at 6:30 p.m. on June 4th, I get an email saying, release all the June dates. We're just holding July. And that they would get back to me whenever they knew what was happening with those dates. Now that is very normal. I know it sounds kind of crazy, and a lot of people tell me that they could never live their life like sort of juggling and bouncing and not knowing what's going on and all that sort of stuff. And it can be very difficult for scheduling. I've had to cancel many dinner plans. I have had so many friends mad at me. I even canceled a vacation one time, right when I was about to go to the airport. But with the jobs, you have to take them when they come up because you don't know when the next one's going to come up. You don't know what job's going to lead to another job. So it's sort of very important to be able to be really flexible. And also, flexibility can add to some really cool weeks. And one of my favorites of that, I also had to write this craziness down so that I could remember it to tell you guys. This was probably one of the most type of 4 weeks of my life that was unexpected because I never know where I'm going to end up with my schedule because I don't know what's going to happen. So what happened was, it's a Friday. I'm in New York City working on a job. So I'm in New York City on the set of a TV commercial working. And I get a call that says that they need to check my availability for a job for the very next week for Tuesday through Friday, actually, in Baltimore, Maryland. So I said, yes, I'm available. Let me know if you need me, where you need me to go. So then on Monday, so I worked that Friday, then the following Monday, I got booked for Tuesday through Friday in Baltimore. So I got myself down to Baltimore for that Tuesday, which is perfect because it's halfway between where I do live in Virginia and New York, so that worked well. So I go to work there, and I work with great crew, great production. We're having a blast, and I do that Tuesday through Friday. Now on Wednesday of that week, so week number 2, I get a call that says I might be needed in LA the next Monday. So I said, I'm available. I just need to know by Friday if I'm going to be booked on that following Monday in LA. So Friday at around 7 p.m. or so like that, I get a phone call from the producers, and they're not sure if they need me on Monday, but they definitely need me Tuesday, and they probably need me Thursday, and they might need me on Monday, but they won't know till Monday morning how their schedule is going to work out and what days they need the hands. But they'd really appreciate it if I could be in LA and be available for them in case they need me on Monday. So I say no problem. And I go on home back to Richmond, Virginia, and I get a flight out on Sunday. Gotta look at my notes to see where I am. So now we're going into week 3. So I've been in New York first week, Baltimore second week, and all this is unexpected too. I think the New York job came up the day before. So I fly out to LA for week number 3 on Sunday. Monday morning, the production calls me and says they don't need me, so which is great because I got to sleep and catch up on all the crazy running around and driving and overnight flights and all that stuff. So I sleep on Monday and I go into work on Tuesday, and that's awesome. And so on Tuesday, they say they'll need me on Thursday. They're not sure about Wednesday, but could I call them Wednesday morning? So I said, no problem. So Wednesday morning, I call them. And they said, Wednesday around 9 a.m. And they said, give us till 11. So I call them at 11. And they said, we don't think we need you today. We're pretty sure we don't. Yeah, you're released. We don't need you. So I go to hang out with some friends of mine that I haven't seen in a little while. And as I'm parking my car in the parking garage in LA proper, I get a call that says, we need you back on set right now. So I hop into my car and drive as fast as LA traffic will let me, which isn't very fast. I think it took me 2 hours to get back to set, but I made it back to set, walked in, did what they needed. We got it in 1 or 2 takes, rocked the shoot. It was awesome. Everyone was happy. Day's done. And so then I was again booked on Thursday out there. So I went and I did the job on Thursday. On Thursday, I got booked for Friday. And then on Friday, I got booked for a job on Saturday. So it was an amazing week. They didn't book me on Monday, but I ended up working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, which was awesome. So I get a red-eye flight home for Sunday. So that was week number 3, LA week. Woo. So now Sunday, I fly overnight and land back in Richmond, Virginia. I know, it's confusing to me too. So I land in Richmond, Virginia, maybe around 10 in the morning, and red-eye flight, so I'm delirious, and I go home, and I get in bed, and I go to sleep, and I wake up around 4 p.m., and I look at my phone, and I have 30 missed phone calls from my agent, and emails, and, urgent call. So I call her right away, and she says, oh, great, I'm so glad I got you. You're booked tomorrow, Tuesday, in LA at 8 a.m. So, back to the airport I went, got back on a red-eye flight, and flew back to LA. There wasn't even enough time or internet availability for me to reach out to where I stay in LA, to my friend's house. So I just sort of showed up at her house. Luckily, I knew where the spare key was, and let myself in because I landed in LA probably at 3 a.m. on Tuesday morning, had to be on set at 8 a.m. But luckily, when I landed, I got an email that said, your set time's been pushed to 9 a.m., so that was a little better. So I go to my friend's house, go in. She's asleep, of course, because it's 4 a.m. I come in very quietly, sleep on the sofa, get up before she has to get up and go to work and go to set and do my job. And then I get a text from her at some point in the morning saying, did you leave or are you still here? And I wrote her back, oh, I did leave. I went back to the East Coast and then flew back. So then I worked that day, Tuesday, and then they booked me again on Wednesday. So I worked on Wednesday as well. And then I took a red eye home on Thursday, which was my birthday. So the Hertz guy sang happy birthday to me on the shuttle. Woot, woot, woot. So I had that celebration and sort of spent my birthday in the air. But, work is work. That's what you got to do. And that was probably the craziest 4-week scheduling, considering everything was so last minute, and it was like New York, Baltimore, LA, Richmond, LA, but like that's how it goes. The production companies, it gets finalized so last minute as to what the order of the shots are going to be, what's going to work best for lighting, what's going to work best for the flow, what the clients need. Like they're trying to organize 150 people or something like that. So the hand model has to be the one that's flexible. So that's kind of what's up with scheduling for a hand model. So I guess that means nothing's sort of up for scheduling with a hand model because you can't really guarantee anything and you still never know. And I'm still waiting to find out what's going on in July. So that's kind of how it works. And if you can't be flexible, you're not going to be a very good hand model. But if you can be flexible and you can go with the flow, you can totally rock this. I hope that helps.